Yo, 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 Richie Rich, aka Go Pinky Toe, back at you with another short video. As promised, today we're going to be changing the idle air control valve, and that's going to be located right here. That is right behind your TPS sensor. The replacement for this is fairly simple and straightforward. You will need a T25 Torx bit in order to get the couple screws free. As you can see, there's one there. There's also one down on the lower left side of the idle air control valve as well. The first thing you're going to need to do though is disconnect the TPS sensor's connector as well as the connector for the idle air control valve. Just makes it a little bit easier to get in there and get the bolts out. So once you go ahead and do that, you're going to go ahead and loosen that top bolt of the idle air control valve. And like I said, you can just see it down there between both of those, the bottom bolt for those. Once you have both of those out, put them in a secure location, and then you're going to go ahead and pull and remove the idle air control valve out. So we're going to be replacing it today with an AC Delco original part here. There's the part number as you can see it. And once I get the other one out, I'll go ahead and show you what both of them look like before putting them in. So give me a minute and we'll be back with you. Alright guys, so now that I've gotten the idle air control valve out, you can obviously see the difference. So the one on the left here being my factory one, it's not as bad as I thought, but it is pretty grimy. I really wasn't seeing any type of reaction from this that I could clearly, say this was the issue. So I figured I would just go ahead and replace it anyways. Never hurt. The AC Delco ones are obviously a little bit more expensive, but I've sort of learned over time you typically get the results of what you pay for. So if you're buying cheap, expect some problems probably down the road. Sometimes it's worth just spending a little bit more money. So this is a little bit grimy. Obviously a new one's going to work a lot better. So just go ahead and make sure your O-ring's on there. Make sure that O-ring's still on there, that wasn't left inside, so you can get it out if possible. If that one, this one wasn't there or broke, you could always keep this as a backup if you need. So I like to recycle parts, so I'll take that O-ring just in case. But I'm going to go ahead and install this new one. So basically with this new one, what you need to do is just simply put it back into place how you pulled it out. Make sure that your connector piece is aligned where your other one was, which if it's facing in like this, it should be about this angle. All you do is really got to line these up, make sure it's lined up correctly. You don't want your connector to be facing downwards because that was not the way that it went. So the connector needs to be facing upwards. Wherever those holes line up is where it goes. Put your bolts in, tighten it back down. I'll show you that as soon as I get it done. Alright guys, as you can see, I got the new one installed. So what I did is I pushed it in, made sure everything was lined up pretty well, and then I put my top bolt in and put it down about halfway to secure it while I was doing, as you can see, the one bolt down there right in the middle, the bottom left side. It's a little bit more trickier to get your hand so that you can actually turn a ratchet or a screwdriver to get that in. I used a magnet tip Torx bit to hold it in place so I could get it in there enough. So then I just evenly tightened them both down, making sure I didn't over tight these. Just make sure they're nice and snug, but you ain't got to crank them all the way down. So the last thing that I need to do is reconnect my two different connectors. So the first one I have here is for the TPS sensor. Get that one in there. The second one being for the new idle air control valve. Got that in there. So now both of those are hooked up. I know that my bolts are secure. Next thing to do is start the truck up, let it run, make sure everything is good to go. I hope this video helped you. Quick and simple replacement of a couple parts that actually help the way your vehicle runs. If you guys have any comments or want to subscribe, then please feel free to do so. Have a great day.